What's up, y'all? This is JML with Lo-Fi Legacy Beats. So, I was gonna go with the Kai APC64. So I bought this to see which one would be better. There's some things on the Akai that this doesn't do, and of course there's things on here that the Akai doesn't do. What are some of those things? Well, some of those things are like when I push duplicate, it won't duplicate in the arranger on the Akai APC64, but it will duplicate in the session view. This will duplicate in the session view and in the arranger. Another thing is you don't have access to the overdub button. You don't have access to the loop button. You can get the session view record to go. I still haven't got the, I guess that's the MIDI, like kind of like skip back MIDI, whatever, when you're just playing around and it'll record it for you. I forgot the name of that. My mouse is on my left side, gotta bring it on my right side. Capture MIDI capture. There's no button on here. I know it's on the push 3, but you see that space right here? That could have been the loop button, that could have been the capture button, that could have been the overdub button right here. Then you got some more space over here, which is ridiculous. So, and it's a push 2, and people that paid a lot of money for this stuff, y'all didn't even get all the transport controls of this. You shouldn't have. You paid as much money. I bought it used, so I didn't pay all that, but you should be able to get every transport function on here. You shouldn't have to be clicking on the mouse for your transport functions. Here could have been a button to toggle between your session view and your arranger view. You can't even do that on here. You can't do it on the APC64 either. What else about the APC64 that was better? They had the overdub button, which you don't have on here. I think I mentioned that already. And chords, which you don't have on here. Other than that, now what this has that the APC64 don't have, the screen, being able to add tracks in whatever device you want, whether it be a MIDI effect or audio effect or plug-in or just sounds. We got the repeat, so we got the accent is for your velocity or full level, I should say. You know what? I don't think I see a note repeat on the APC64. That's funny. I think it is. No, I didn't. It's like, was it? It either had to be down at the bottom where you can change the bars and the quantize function, but I don't think I've seen a note repeat on there. Got the sliders, which is cool. But now, so say if you have more than 8 tracks, you can't. I was trying to find a way to switch between the tracks, but you can't do it. To mute, like if you wanted to mute and you're playing live and you got more than 8 tracks, you want to mute them. Here, if I had more than 8 tracks, I can scroll over to the 9th track. So that's crazy. But overall, it's pretty good. But y'all, so since I bought this now, because it has the chord function, you got the stop, play, fast forward, back and forward. But at the same time now, this works really good with Ableton Live, y'all. Get you an icon P1-M, people. Why? You see where it says Session Arranger? Let me show you something. I'm going to push that. Boom. You can switch back from the session and the arranger without using your mouse. Everything is pretty much mapped. But I'm trying to figure out how to map the overdub. I don't care about MIDI capture and, you know, all that stuff. I just want the overdub. Now, it does have the loop, so I push this blue button, right? I can turn the loop on, turn the loop off. And I forget what those are. Punch in, it got punch in on here too. So I can pretty much do everything. So with all these, it's a shame I had to get 3 controllers just to do what I wanted to do without having to touch the mouse too much. I'm still trying to figure out the software on this because you can program it to pretty much control everything. Because I got some extra, like all these F buttons, they're not even mapped anywhere. So I can still like map the file, edit, create, view, options, help. You know, certain things I can map to this where I can just push the button and everything will pop up and stuff. But save is on here, new is on here. So what else? The browser works, so I can switch between the browser from this controller. Follow works. You know, so once I learn how to do the mapping and stuff, it'd be cool. Then I can memorize everything, and I have pretty much full control. It was live with barely using the mouse for certain things. You know, don't get me wrong. The mouse is probably the best MIDI controller for this stuff, but it's nice to have. I can program these knobs for, like, say if I want to control that down there, which I can control that from here. So either or. So, but it is great. Now, like, you know what is it? So, look, I can use this knob to, you know, like, see that, and it's controlling this right there. So I just wanted to show y'all that it's a shame that Ableton did not put enough transfer controls on here to. I think they were focused on more on session view than anything. So I even think the arranger is more of a secondary thing. I think the session view is more the priority of Ableton Live because that's what it was before. You know, it was for playing live. It still is. So session view, the arranger view was kind of more of a secondary thing. And the Push 3, I think for the price, man, you should get at least standard with it. Intro, like, really, you know what I'm saying? You should at least get standard with it. If you didn't want to give them the suite, at least give them standard, but I don't know. But when the Push 3 is old enough, I'll buy that because it has more transport controls on it. But actually, this is good right now, so I only paid like $250 for this Push 2. So, but yeah, so if I switch to the back to that, so you see I can move all my push play. See that? And then it's on here. And then also, y'all, these are motorized faders. So wherever you save your settings at, when you save your Ableton Live project, it's gonna remember this. And you can bank through. So if you got 16 tracks, you can bank to the next 8. And if you buy the other one, which to me, this was like $5.99, and then for the other one without all these buttons, you just get this part of it. You know, you get that. They want $4.99 for that. I'm like, really? Come on now. That should be at least just $300. But then you got to push the master button here to control the master fader. So, but it's good. It's okay. As a matter of fact, see how I moved a little bit? Because that's why I got the setting that. But this is great for Ableton Live. But now since I got, you know what? I've been thinking. Now since I got, oh, okay, that's wild, right? It has, because I'm thinking like, man, this control most of my transport. I didn't really need this or the pads. But it does have the chords on here and the arpeggiators on here, which I don't see an arpeggiator on the push at all. Yeah, no, I don't see an arpeggiator. So it has an arpeggiator on the keyboard. It has chords. And I can, let me switch back. Whoop. I can switch like that if I wanted to. I mean, I thought I could, but I guess I couldn't. Oh, well, that was for the banks. I'm sorry, but yeah, you can do that. So I got kind of double control, but that's cool. But other than that, y'all, I don't want to take too much of your time, but get the icon for Ableton Live if you don't have it. And this is a pretty sweet. The keys feel great on her. I'm surprised because I had some miniature keyboards before, and the keys just felt all plasticky. Not necessarily plasticky, but they just felt like this has like a nice bounce back to it. You know what I'm saying? Spring back. I had some keyboards that were small like this, and they really wasn't that great like that. All right, peace out, y'all. This is JML for Lo-Fi Legacy Beats. Have a nice night. I'm gonna go sleep because it's 1:31 a.m. Central Time. Peace out.